Mayor Eric Adams is putting a no vacancy sign in New York City where over 90,000 migrants have traveled since last year. And now he's giving some asylum seekers 60 days to find somewhere else to live. And you thought the Big Apple was a sanctuary city, did you? Well, let's bring in Tudor Dixon, former GOP gubernatorial candidate and host of the Tudor Dixon podcast. It's great to see you as always. It's fascinating because here's what it says. This is the flyer, which, by the way, is going to be on social media and all over the border. It reads in part, quoting here, housing in New York City is very expensive. The cost of food, transportation, and other necessities in New York City is the highest in the United States. Please consider another city as you make your decision about where to settle in the U.S. I mean, it's nothing but virtue signaling, this whole sanctuary. Well, we're a sanctuary city until your feet are put to the fire, and then you no longer are.
I love how he's sending this to the border. It's like, hey, some other people have actually mentioned this. Perhaps we should stop this at the border. He's sending a note down, a note. I mean, this is a flyer to these people. Hey, by the way, my city is a total nightmare. Don't come here. I'm like, this is not a very good political advertisement. Where are his consultants saying, yeah, write up that it's really expensive. There's no housing. I mean, pretty much it's horrible. The transportation is terrible. I find it hilarious. We all agree with you, Mayor Adams. We should stop it at the border. We had an idea for a wall. In fact, he almost sounds like he believes in remaining Mexico.
Yeah, it really is. And it's fascinating because you have Chicago doing the same thing. Chicago's like, oh, don't come here. Well, it's just cold here all the time. Why would you want to come here? It's crazy. I want to get your thoughts on the Jason Aldean controversy because the song, of course, is Try That in a Small Town. Here's what Travis Tritt, who's a friend of his, tweeted, quoting today, I would like to remind my friend Jason Aldean that Twitter and social media in general is not a real place. The views shared by many accounts on this platform are not actually representative of the vast majority of the population of the country. Say what you want to say and be who you want to be. Damn the social media torpedoes. I mean, Tudor, he's right on this, right? I mean, most people think the song is just fine.
Of course. I will never forget when I was running for office, I heard one of our elected officials say, Twitter is like a sewer. You have to have it, but don't spend too much time there. And it's absolutely true. You should never take what is happening on Twitter for real life. Most Americans out there are like, hey, you know what? It's art. Songs are songs. A lot of people put things in songs that you wouldn't want to have happen in real life. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I want to put this up very quickly. I've only got about 30 seconds left, but it's worth it. This is the LA Times framing it. It's transgender, right? Going after Florida. The war over transgender rights. Florida is ground zero. One woman's battle to survive. I'm not going to read the rest, but she's saying, you know what? She'll be lucky to survive Florida. You think, really? How dramatic can you get by attacking another state? Your last thoughts on this?
Hey, the left does a great job of the drama, putting it out there, making people feel really bad about this. This is something that conservatives have to worry about because we are fighting the heartstrings of America, and they have great writers. I mean, if you read this piece, it will lull you to sleep. It is long and dreamy, and it makes you feel like this poor woman has no place to go. It's ridiculous.
It's absurd. Tudor Dixon, great to have you on as always. Thank you.
Thank you so much.